Okay, hello everyone. I'm just pinning a comment. Hi, hello everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Hi, hello. I'm gonna just invite Sarue in. Well, hope everyone's safe. We're so excited. This is our second. Hi, Saru.
Hey Sam, hello. Hey everybody,
Hello,
hello.
everybody. Welcome to Beyond the Canon BTC Writers Forum. This is our second edition, and we are so thrilled to have joining us today Reginald Edmund, but we'll get to that very, very soon. So, Saru, do you want to just introduce yourself for
Of
those who
course,
don't know
yes.
who you are?
And also you said Saru like 3 times. Hi everybody, hello. My name is Saru and I am the associate producer for Beyond the Canon. Actually, I should start off by just saying Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride
Happy
Month,
Pride,
everybody.
everybody. Happy Pride, everybody.
Definitely. I am so thrilled to be here. And, Sim and I, we absolutely love this project, this initiative, and we're very excited about what we're trying to achieve by doing it. And also just sharing this work with so many people and also just kind of celebrating all the incredible, phenomenal work that does exist in our canon. So yeah, this is very thrilling for us. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. Hello, hello,
And
hello.
for people who don't know who I am, my name is Samelia Hodge-Dalloway. I'm the founder of Beyond the Canon. And yeah, I'm just really excited. Like Saru said, this is something that we've been wanting to do for a while now, and we're so thrilled to have the support of Methuen Drama and Playwrights Canada Press. So they've donated the plays that we're going to be giving away later on today. And we are just thrilled by just the outpouring of love and all the people that have shared and spread the word about what we're doing here today. And so, yeah, I mean, Beyond the Canon, for those who don't know, just really quick overview of how Beyond the Canon got started. It started before we became a limited company, like with most things, right? They start with an initiative, an idea. It was off the back of all the research that I did on Black plays, Black British plays, to be specific, at the National Theatre. And I had researched and found over 400 plays that had been produced on our stages over the last 70 years. And then I went on and sort of continued that research and discovered more plays that had been produced for Black, South Asian, and Middle Eastern actors, and then hence why the two monologue anthologies exist. It was really through the work that I've carried out researching plays by POC writers, both in the UK and internationally. So I'm thrilled because what people may not know is that we have been doing monologue showcases in drama schools. And I've also designed a diversity in plays and monologue course as well. And it's fantastic because those who have engaged with the work have really got a lot out of it. For me, it was about breaking the cycle of us not seeing ourselves reflected in the course material, in the productions, and being able to share the rich legacy of plays that exist that have us in there front and center. And for me, it was really about empowering the generations that exist now, but also the generations that are coming up,
And it
and
is
placing work
exciting.
in the hands.
It's always really, really great to sort of see how the students themselves respond to the work. I like Sim and I always talking about how just rejuvenated we feel, like coming off a Beyond the Canon showcase. You actually see the recognition that the students get when they are actually working with the directors, because we also use Artistic Directors of the Future, another company that Sim founded. They have over 300 directors, which are all POC directors, and we use them to bring in as directors so that they can direct these incredible pieces with also these students. And it's always like the synergy of all of those moving parts working is always so spectacular, and it's always so moving to see just how important it is. And it's also a little bit sad when you recognize that sometimes this is not something they come across very often, if at all, and how, you know, they may have gone years and years of education and they've never been in a space kind of like that one that would have been facilitated by a Beyond the Canon workshop. And it's always enlightening as well.
Yeah.
It makes us want to do more. It makes us want to be more active. It makes us recognize the amount of work that is required that we need to do. So yeah, it is definitely a journey and a process, and we're happy to do it. It's really fun.
So Sarue jumped on, like Sarue was that girl. I mean, I mentioned this last time, but I always have to say it because I'm so blessed to have Sarue. Like, really, it's about the team. You know, this is a movement, and whenever you're trying to create change in the industry, you need the best players, right? You need the people who are going to be the best advocates, the people that get it, understand the message, understand why we're doing what we do. And Sarue approached me when I was doing a workshop, right, for surviving actors. And she was like, how do I get involved? How can I get involved? How can I work with you? And so from there, I was like, oh, you want to work with me? Great. Because I had no one. I had nobody. And, you know, we still have a team of 2 right now. But we're going strong, Sarue. We're going strong. But it was fantastic. And ever since then, it's just been amazing to have Sarue as part of the Beyond the Canon team. And she, as you can see, she's so passionate about the work, equally passionate about the work. So that's fantastic. But today we're going to be giving away this beauty. It's the Black Lives Anthology. You've got it today. Well done, Sarue.
Thank you, Sim.
We've given away this anthology. Now, Reggie will talk a little bit more about this, as he's the founder of Black Lives, Black Words international project. But this play we're giving away, we might give away more than 1 copy today, so stay tuned for that. We will be inviting a winner that will be randomly selected to come and join me live, so we can sort of discuss sort of your interest in the anthology and why you're interested in having this anthology, even though we all know that everyone should have this anthology, right?
Yes.
It is part of international writers from the UK and the States, and it also has not only sort of professional, I'll say professional, let's say more experienced writers, but it also has first-time writers in here as well that have written short plays in response to the Black Lives Matter movement, and also has colleges as well. So this book comprises of sort of high school students that have written responses, as well as those who we know and love and who we stand on the shoulders of. So this is a fantastic book that everyone should want to have on their bookshops, on their bookshelves, and also, you know, to take in their classrooms and read and just sort of engage with the Black experiences, the many Black experiences. So definitely we're going to be giving this away. If you're interested, make sure, because I think that we caught a few people off last time when I invited them to live. They were like, oh, I'm eating, I'm not quite ready. So please make sure that you're ready. We're going to be giving these away. I'm going to invite you in to come in and to have a little chat with us. And also just to congratulate you on the winning of the book. So stay tuned for that.
And at the end of the session, at the end of the session, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to invite anybody to just place a comment, like anywhere on any of our social platforms. I will look at all of them, just talking about these works and what they mean to you really, and, you know, why they're important. And generally, just leave a comment that inspires and motivates and also celebrates the work that we're trying to do. And I will select one of those comments and I will give you the the Black Lives, Black Words anthology, which is freaking brilliant. And it's very true. Samilia is very right. It is definitely something that everybody should have, especially since we have Reginald Edmund with us today, who is the one who selected and edited all the pieces in this book. So it definitely is, you're going to want it more. You're going to want it more once you've heard from him. But yeah, so definitely.
What I would say is that the people that can win this book, so if you're a student, if you're currently a student, or if you're undertaking a artistic training, if you're on this artistic training program, then you can sign up to win this book. So you can just message me or add me to request to come and join me live throughout the program, and I will just be pick and choosing a couple of people randomly to give them the book. So we're looking forward to that. So
about Reggie.
I think that we should just say a little bit about Reggie before we add him in now. Reginald is an award-winning playwright. He's currently based in Chicago, but he is originally a Texas boy from Houston. And he is, like we said, he's the founder of Black Lives, Black Words International Project. We are so excited to have him on air to talk about art as activism, and how Black Lives, Black Words is really a platform for that. It offers writers an opportunity to talk candidly and unapologetically about the movement or about things that they feel affect their communities, in the Black communities. So we are so excited to have Reginald Edmund, who also is my husband, to come in and join. So Reggie, come to the sofa.
I love that. I love your journey, Reggie. Your journey was very long to get to the sofa.
It was a hike, but I had to make it.
You had to make it. You had to make it. Reggie, thank you so much. Good to see you. Good to see you, Reggie.
Oh, I'm super excited to be here. This is so cool.
Thank you so much for agreeing to do this, and thank you so much. I mean, I know that you're obviously a very, very big supporter of Beyond the Canon, and we're a big supporter of Black Lives, Black Words as well. And it's always really, really exciting to see you in the Q&A session after our Beyond the Canon showcases. and honestly, and it's always really kind of frustrating a little bit as well, because we always want to hear more from you than the time that we usually have. So this is an opportunity for us to get to know you a little bit better. I thought we should just start off with the questions. If anybody has got any questions for Reggie, please feel free to post them below in the comments, and we will very much try our best to get round to them. Oh, hey, Annie. But yeah, so definitely. Reggie, just to start off the questions a little bit, I'm going to kind of try and split you in half a little bit, because I know that being an artist is all consuming, but I'm going to just kind of try and focus on you being a Black man, an African American man. And in today's climate, with everything that is happening in the world, I don't think it's ever been more urgent for us to be having conversations such as these ones. But as a Black man, how do you feel that you need to be, I suppose, just championing the Black narrative? Do you feel some kind of responsibility for it as a Black man?
I think, yes, the answer to that is totally 100%. I feel like not just as a Black man, but also as a Black artist, it's our duty to really speak to our communities and to serve our communities. That's the whole purpose of what it means to be an artist today, a Black artist today. I feel like, you know, so often we shirk our duties, but I think something that is really important for us to remember is that as a playwright, as a Black man, as a Black artist, we come from a very long tradition of storytellers and griots. We go all the way back to the griots. What we do is sacred. So and it courses through our blood in a way that we hold those ancestors with us, you know? So I think it's so important for Black artists to speak out to have their voices heard, to serve their community, and to really be a voice for our people.
Do you think that there's a double standard with regards to the responsibility thrust upon Black artists, Black creatives, with regards to social justice or activism or anything along those lines, really? Do you feel like it is a double standard? You wouldn't necessarily get that same responsibility thrust upon a regular politician or, you know, a white counterpart?
Mm-hmm. Is it a double standard?
Don't know.
Maybe. But at the same time, I feel like what we do is a sacred task, you know, and we could choose to do something else. We could choose to be bankers or work as bag boys or whatever else, you know. But if you've chosen to take on the role as a Black artist, there holds within you a very sacred task that you need to take, that you need to recognize and hold on to, you know? Yeah, and I think that's just where we stand in this.
So I'm going to just take us to Black Lives Black Words,
Right.
because I really want us to sort of talk about, for those who don't know Black Lives Black Words, we're rocking the t-shirts.
Yeah.
Can you just tell us a little bit about Black Lives Black Words, you know, how it got started and what you've done today? Yeah, so
Black Lives Black Words is an activist theater. We started off by creating 10-minute plays as response pieces for the Black Lives Matter movement. And then from there, we kind of exploded out. So now we also provide workshops, panel discussions. We do college takeovers in which we provide college students and university students to have the opportunity to be not just artists, but also activists and art leaders within their own communities and speak on the very issues that are going on within their communities, right? Which very often they don't get the opportunity to do, right? And then on top of that, now we're doing new play development initiatives. We're also, we just recently, last year, did the I Am Fest, which was a celebration, a 3-day celebration for women of color in arts, activism, and leadership, right? Fully produced, developed, and led by Black women, by women of color, which is amazing. And then on top of that, now we're doing an online...
Which ended, sorry, I have to say.
Yes, included, yes, gotta say that, with 100 women of color on the Goodman Theater stage, one of the biggest theaters in our country, in the United States, performing the transcript of Sandra Bland's Arrest, written by Majisala Adebayo and directed by this lady right here, Samilia Hodgson. So,
and Maj is going to be on BTC Writers Room soon, so make sure you tune in for that episode too.
Yeah. And so we're growing and we're doing, but to say how we started off, it really started off by at the time of the deaths of Michael Brown and Trayvon Martin and Sandra Bland and so many others, I was really frustrated that there wasn't an opportunity for me to speak out as an artist on the issues that were taking place within my very own community. And I began to wonder how many other artists are also feeling that exact same desire to speak out and have their voices heard. And so I partnered with Samilia Hodge Dalloway, my wife, not my wife at the time.
It was strictly business.
It was strictly business.
It's suspicious when you have to clarify.
and so we worked together to create this international project that has exploded out and has now served 2 continents, 3 countries, 9 cities so far. We worked with 4 colleges and universities, and we're growing. And so it's been really, really beautiful.
I think it's phenomenal. You know, I'm really drawn to what you were talking about with regards to the college takeovers. I mean, obviously, education, leadership, especially, you know, off the back of what you were saying with regards to Iron Fest, is something that you absolutely 100% seem to be championing. Do you feel like there is a gap in the educational system with regards to what these students are lacking? Do you find that is the case when you go into these schools? Or do you find, this is going to be quite loaded, do you find that there is a block or a block? I have many questions, Reggie. A block, like when you're trying to kind of break into these institutions and kind of just spread what you think is essential for any Black creative to be having, since it's more than just it's a calling, as you were saying, it's a responsibility, a duty. Do you think that they have something that they're missing out on simply because of how the curriculum is built?
Well, yeah. I think a huge part of it is due to oftentimes the instructors and the faculty don't really reflect some of the student body that is there, right? And so that's one part in it. But also, sometimes those instructors aren't equipped to really speak on the very issues that are taking place within our communities and our societies, right? And so I think that plays a huge part of it. And so these college takeovers, what it does is it really allows these students to, for the very first time, create positive, speak out and really push for positive social changes to take place within their communities in a way that they've never been provided before. You know, oftentimes they're pushed Romeo and Juliet and Moby Dick or something, but they're not really pushed towards, like, what does it mean to be an artist in the modern day society? You know, and I think that that's something that we need to really push towards our communities.
If you have any questions for Reggie,
yes, please. Any questions, please post, guys. Please definitely post.
Before we move on, because later on Reggie is going to tell us the 3 plays that he wished that he would have read before he entered the professional industry. So that's going to be really interesting. So you're going to want to have a notepad and pen so that you can down, okay, and that you can invest in these writers. I mean, that's one of the main reasons why we're doing this. So if you have a question, if you have a burning question for Reggie or anyone here, please do. Oh, someone just said, just keep talking. You are informing us. Okay.
Reggie, what I also wanted to just ask as well is to say, I mean, obviously, there are so many people who just want to help. I mean, ever since this, all of these protests have been happening all over the world, I cannot begin to tell you how many times I have been asked by friends, by colleagues, by anybody, what can I do to help? And obviously I'm at a loss because I can't know what everybody's to do, and everybody's got their small part to play, however way that they can, you know, be an activist. But what would you say to somebody who was saying, Reggie, what can I do to help?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I think we are in like this really critical time as teachers and artists and students need to really push for positive societal change into our communities. And this is our moment to really stop and to make people listen to our calls to confront social injustices in our communities, you know? So I think I'm going to give you 4 actions that people can really take in order to step up, right? We're going to call these the 4 actions to step the hell up. Excuse my language, right?
I love that he has them, you know, I got my 4 actions. Yes, Reggie.
I think one of them is support Black businesses and especially support our Black artists. Buy Black plays, buy paintings, buy poetry, buy our novels. Support, buy, you know? I would encourage people to use these plays use these works of art, use this lovely anthology right here to in your classrooms as a historical reflection for the times that we're living in today, right? I would say number 3 is become more empathetic to the experiences, the pain, the struggle, the sorrow, and even the triumphs of Black communities, right? And really, really support these things. And then I would say also, and I can't stress this enough, the elections are coming up soon, right? The elections are coming up soon, and I hope people will use these plays to get a better understanding of the times that we're in, who we are and how we stand, and then use that to empower them to make the right choice when it comes down to going to the ballot and voting. That's my 4. Boom.
Okay, so
we've got a couple of questions.
Which it says, how did you get into writing? So we've got a few questions that have come up here, and then we're going to have to move on. So how did you get into writing, Reggie?
So I stepped into the world of playwriting on accident, right? I started off as an actor in the city of Houston, Texas. There wasn't a lot of opportunities for actors that are skinny, Black, with dreadlocks and glasses.
Yeah,
right?
he had.
I had hair. Genetics is evil. All right, and so there wasn't a lot of opportunities for me, and so I began to get really incredibly frustrated with being an actor, right? And so one day, I don't recommend anybody do this, but one day I go to an audition, and in the middle of the audition, I say,
I know the story, sorry.
This play is terrible. I say, this play is terrible. I could write better in my sleep, whatever. I don't remember the exact words, but it was bad. All right, and so the lady who ran the theater, she pulled me aside, and she said, one, you can't speak that way about somebody's work because they've spent time, effort, and their heart pouring into these works, right? So there's that. And then 2, if you think you can go home and do better, then do it. And so I was young, I was hot-headed. I was like, all right, lady, I'll take your challenge. And so I go home and I
give this boy a challenge.
I go home and I lock myself away for like a week, 2 weeks or something like that, crazy. And then I come back with this really bad play called A Love Story. And I go, boom, here you go, lady. This is my play. And so I am so indebted to Miss Marie, who ran the Silver House Theater in Houston, Texas.
I think we can say we all are. We are all indebted to her, really, because I mean, obviously, she created something that was truly special. Reggie, just to also touch on some of the questions that are coming through here. The next question was, do you know of any platforms where that lists any kind of Black businesses people should support? Do you know any platforms that you might be able to kind of enlighten others on?
Yeah, I mean, there's Black Business, I believe it's blackbusiness.com. There's Ebony Magazine, and there's various platforms. There's so many platforms.
There's so many, and all you need to do, I mean, on Facebook, what's really beautiful about right now is that people have jumped on the bandwagon of finding ways to advocate for others. And so what you're finding is that loads of people are creating lists. They're creating lists of businesses. They're creating lists of restaurants. They're creating lists of coffee shops. Obviously, that was triggered by Starbucks. We were thankful for that moment, because actually these businesses have always existed. There's even the recent list on bookshops, of Black bookshops that have come out as well. And what we can do is we'll find a way through our social media platforms to, again, try to sort of signpost everybody to those businesses. But I think for Reggie to sit here and try to
list them all would be too much. Would be too much. We have another question that says
about Where
Schools.
should you start in terms of, we're gonna have to, this is gonna have to be the last question because we're gonna have
Question.
to move
Sorry,
on. I'm really
guys.
sorry. We will have another moment with Reggie. If you want it, let us know. If you want us to have another moment with Reggie, like I said before, he just, this is why we're good together, because we both very much speak our minds. And we're very, very outspoken when it comes to change. But the question was, where do you think schools, oh goodness, I keep missing it. Where do you think schools should start in terms of educating others in Black lives and culture through the arts? So where do you think schools should start in terms of educating others?
I mean, I think, for one, they need to start putting more Black literary works into the classroom. Pour that thing out, right? I think they also need to step up in terms of really listening to what's going on within the communities that they're placed inside of, right? Really having that kind of a discussion in terms of what does it mean to be Black in America today or in the world today, right? And then also encouraging their students to really look at who is speaking their truths. Who are those artists within those communities, outside of their communities, both nationally, internationally as well, that are really speaking the narratives that they need to be hearing. They could put Citizen inside of the plays called Citizen inside of their classrooms. They could teach that. They could teach the Black Lives, Black Words anthology. I'm plugging hard, right? I think so many different, putting those people who have stepped forward and done work, like August Wilson and so many more, Langston Hughes and so on and so on, right?
Yeah, there's a lot more, and again, that's the work of Black Lives, Black Words, and also beyond the Canon too, in terms of tapping into these libraries, right? These libraries that already exist, and these living writers, and also those that are not with us anymore, but actually have left such a rich legacy. I just want to say one last thing, because there's a plug that I really want you to do, which is what's coming next. So what's next for Black Lives, Black Words?
Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that you asked. So we have, what's coming up next is this really beautiful thing called Plays for the People. It's our Black Lives, Black Words is doing an online play season, performed live on Zoom, right? Which will be featuring new works from playwrights such as Idris Goodwin, Dominic Taylor, Chisholm Hutchinson, myself, my charming and adorable self, right? Anya Pearson, Katrina D. Richard, and so many more. So and these are playwrights that are all over the globe, right? From the U.S. to Nigeria, right? So I think this is something that's really exciting. That's going to be just really pushing where and showing off the adaptability and flexibility and agileness of Black artists within the world.
Amazing. So what we'll do is that we'll also make sure that we share that on our social media
Check
platforms.
out our website, blacklivesblackwords.org. Yeah.
There you go. Check out
blacklivesblackwords.org.
So check out blacklivesblackwords.org.
We will put, I'll make sure that I put the link in all of our socials, guys. And I think this is a great opportunity for us to then touch on your plays. See, every single playwright that we are inviting onto BTC Writers Room has been asked to think of 3 plays by Black, Asian, Latinx and Middle Eastern writers that they wish they had read prior to them entering the industry. This is an opportunity for you guys to learn about new plays, learn about new playwrights or works that you may not know as well, but also just to kind of see what moves the playwrights, what inspires and motivates them too. Please take it.
So my 3 would be Two Trains Running by August Wilson. This play was the first time that I saw really encouraged communities to step up and stand up and say, this is my home and it's not for sale, right? And really stand against gentrification and urban renewal or whatever else it might be called, right? So I really, really love Two Trains Running. Stick Fly by Lydia Diamond, who's, I call her my artistic auntie. So Stick Fly is like one of the first times that I've seen a play that was really about the middle class Black American experience, right? The middle and upper Black experience. And I think her work is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Genius. And then Nambi Kelly, she wrote this play called Native Son, which is an adaptation of the book Native Son. And it's one of the first times that I've ever been really jealous of a playwright for writing a play. It is that powerful and that brilliant and that exciting. It's speaking to not just to that book, but also who we are now and who we were back then in a really exciting and bold way that was just brilliant. I'm going to add a fourth one.
I love it.
The Elaborate Entry of Chad Deity by a friend of mine, Christopher Diaz, who's brilliant. Who's a brilliant, brilliant writer. I think his play was something that hits on so many different levels in a really exciting and bold way. And so I think those are my 4 plays that I would really, really be pushing.
And I love that you mentioned the elaborate entrance of Chad Deity, because actually he was Deity, but like that was one play that I read. That, I mean, all of the plays that you mentioned are amazing, but that was one play that I read. I was like, oh my gosh, it's about wrestling.
Right.
What relationship? Like, how is he? Why am I gonna want to read a play about wrestling?
Right.
Wrestlers, and it was so incredible how it interweaves politics, like racial politics within this story. It's really about sort of the even masculinities, about that stereotypes and how the stereotypes and how that's played up in certain environments.
Yeah.
And I think that you have to read that play. And actually, we're going to have Christopher on this show.
We are. Actually, we're going to have everybody apart from August Wilson.
That's really, really amazing. But I'm really interested because I think Stick Fly as well. I mean, all of the plays that you mentioned are really, really.
Diamond is just everything. So
Lydia Diamond Stick Fly is such a special play that not many people do. I mean, I think it's been done a very, very small handful of times, right? And it was great to see it actually live in America, in Chicago. We saw it together, right? But you've probably seen it before that point. But what was it about the 3 or 4 plays that you've mentioned that were really significant for you as an artist? How did they sort of what did they give you in terms of validation, if they gave you anything in terms of validation, but also why are those 4 plays so significant to you personally as an artist?
Well, I think each of those various different plays allowed me to see myself as a Black man in various different ways that I thought was thought-provoking and smart and stirred inside of my soul, each in their own different ways, right? Something that hasn't been tapped into by plays before. And so that's why I feel like those works are really, really exciting and special, right? I mean, I think The Elaborate Entry of Chad Deity, even though it is a play that's about wrestling, right? But at the same time, it's about so much more. And it's really a very sharp critique about the American
dream and just,
the American theater and the American dream, right? And so that's why I was really drawn to that one, right? Native Son, you know, it's looking at a Black man being pursued by the police and then prosecuted in the pain that happens that is not even touched on, right? That very few speak out on, right? And so I felt like that was one of the plays that really stood out for me and really had a deep impact on the kind of work and writing that I really want to do, right? stick fly. You know, at first you look at it and you're like, oh, this is a family drama play.
Right. Yeah.
This is, oh Lord, right? But at the same time, it's really speaking about generational curses and race politics and interracial dating and looking at what does it mean to hold in family secrets that we haven't tapped into, right? And the pain that that can cause to us. I mean, Two Trains Running. I mean, August Wilson is. August Wilson is one of the reasons why I love being a playwright. Right? He's probably one of my biggest heroes, right there with like Charles Smith and Carlisle Brown and Dominic Taylor. Right? Those are my male playwright heroes, right? So Two Trains Running, it really is looking at like Black masculinity. What does it mean to be Black in America today? Fighting against gentrification and the need for our Black communities to stand out and speak out against those injustices that are taking place within our communities. Yeah, I mean, I could go on and on and on. Yeah.
I think that's a fantastic start for anyone who hasn't got any plays on their shelves just yet, because hopefully, you know, over the course of our BTC Writers Room, you will slowly start to build that collection up, right? Those are the plays that are so important, and they all, even though they carry with them, they tackle a lot of political issues. The tone of each play is so different, right? So Stick Fly, it has sort of really comedic moments in it. Like it really has like the humor in it is just, it's a family. It's a family coming together, and whenever you have that, you're always going to have the banter alongside the sort of the layer of issues that may be being sort of shoved onto the carpet, right? That slowly start to come out, you know what I mean? And it's such a beautiful way of experiencing storytelling as well, in a very sort of conversational way. And it's really just an easy read. It's a play that I feel like, in terms of the revelations in it, it really slaps you in the face. Like it's so brilliantly written, and it's so brilliantly placed. Those moments of like dramatic tension and conflict are so brilliantly placed in that play. But yeah, definitely check out those plays. Check out those plays.
Your enthusiasm, guys. Your enthusiasm is so adorable to watch. Like, I love this. Is this what your dinners are like? just absolutely just so much awe of these works.
I don't know whether it's enjoyable for us or not. I mean, so it depending on the play, right? So
whether you agree on the place, because you both speak so passionately about these works. Actually, just to say, guys, we're not gonna just tell you books that you should have and just be like, okay, we're done here, we got you. Bloomsbury, Material Drama, Oberon, Canada Press Playwrights, they have, Playwrights Canada Press, they have given us discounts. So if you go to www.beyondthecanon.com, if you go to Sim's Top Shelf, if you go there, you will see some discounts. There's some links there as well, so you can go straight to the website, buy books, guys, buy them. And the discounts are there. They go up to, digital copies go up to 45%. You got 30% for hard copies. Everything at Playwrights Canada Press is 25% off right now. So please definitely do take advantage of this beautiful knowledge that Reggie has very kindly, thank you, Reggie, shared with us. And also just thank you for what you do, Reggie. I mean, we appreciate you, and we appreciate the legacy that is so rich and so marvelous. Please check out Reggie's work as well, guys. He's an incredible playwright. So definitely check those out. Try and buy those too as well. Definitely, for certain.
I can see that there's a question on here. What do you think of the audition monologue book, Hear Me Now? Okay, so that's a really good question. And so first of all, as someone who's written monologue books, I would say that I am supportive of any material that can come out and that can support actors at any given stage of their careers. I think that it's the reason for creating that book was to, it was sort of its own sort of separate project. It was to create monologues, I believe, and I hope I got this correct, that the actors would want to play. So it wasn't, so the only, I wouldn't call it an issue, but the only thing that I would say that people need to remember is that these are monologues that I've written, not plays.
Right.
They've not come from a full-length text. They're actually specifically written for those actors who have requested to play, to want to perform a particular character. And what I would say is that that's like, definitely invest in anything you can get your hands on. But what I would say is that don't let that take you away from the archive. Like we already have like such a rich,
such a rich archive.
I'm a bit biased because I know how many plays that we have that are existing today, and I'm like, please, like, know of the writers that have written full-length plays that are out there, that are published. Some of them are unpublished that we're trying to get published, and I think that it's really important that we don't pretend that archive doesn't exist, and we feel like we're having to sort of start from ground zero. We don't have to start from ground zero. There are a lot of plays that exist, and so with that being said, I need to give away some plays. We've literally got about 15 minutes, so sorry, we can't answer any more of your questions. But if you are a student or if you're on a course right now, please hit me up in the request to let me know that you are and that you want to win this fantastic anthology. I'm going to have to say bye to Sarue for now, but we're going to add Sarue back in a sec. So bye, Sarue.
Bye, Sim.
Let's see who we've got. Who wants to win this play? Let's see who we have. Is there any students? Anyone who is a student, let me know. I'm guessing those who have requested are students. So let's go with, who should we go with?
Who's a student on here? Who's a student?
Who's
Do we
a
have any
student or
students?
who's on? Can you just like let me know? Is anybody a student of anyone currently on an artistic?
Yeah. Do we have any students at all?
Someone said I'm a student online. I swear. If there's any students, or if there is a particular student or young person that you would give this to, and I will have to trust that you will do that. I can I can see. Okay.
Right. I would be willing to give it to a teacher.
Yeah. Let's see. So request me. Let me see if there's anybody that questions will come in. Here we go. I think I saw. So this is. I believe this is a teacher that would like to give it to a student. Is that correct? Let me see. Hello. I can't see you.
Hello? How are you doing?
Oh shit! How did this happen? I was about to blame Sarue then. I don't know how that happened, but talking about students and whatnot, I am a student of life, and we have a collective. So we look at art. There's about 15 of us. We read through scripts, we share them, we debate them. So.
That's amazing.
Oh, we count that. We'll count that.
What's your group called? What's it called?
Concrete Collective. There's like 5 of us in this group right now. I passed and said, look guys, let's support Sarue.
Oh, that's awesome.
Amazing. Well, we'll definitely give you a book. So you have
I got tuned into this, but look, my sister-in-law's there as well. Thank you guys.
Concrete Collective, is that correct?
Yeah.
So Concrete Collective, you were getting the Black Lives Black Boys anthology. I love the fact that you're so surprised that you're alive. You're like, oh my God, we got you.
Thank you so much, guys, for everything you're doing. Don't stop. We need people like you. You're inspirational. Thank you.
Thank
we appreciate you too, and keep us posted in terms of the comments from your group. I would love to hear the feedback.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Okay, so
All
Sarue,
right.
make sure you give it to Concrete Collective. I love the fact that there's more than one person from Concrete Collective here. That is
awesome.
Amazing. Okay, are there any other students? We can give away one more book live. So is there any other students or anybody who is on an artistic training course or any sort of teacher that wants to gift this to a student or a young person?
Teach in their classroom.
Teach in their classroom. Is there anybody? Just let me know in the comments. We've literally, you got to be quick because we're going to be signed off of Instagram shortly because we only have an hour on Instagram. So if there's anybody, I'm not getting any comments anymore. What's happened? I think it's kind of frozen for some unknown reason.
All right.
Okay.
I'm a drama
A-level student. Yeah.
All
so
right, that works.
Let me bring you in. So, Christiana, I am bringing you in. Yes, let's go, girl. Okay. I'm waiting for you now, Christiana. Hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hi. Can you
hear me? I can hear you.
Your name, Christiana, correct?
Hello.
What's your name?
I'm Christina.
Christina.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Christina, what school?
Thank you. This is so unexpected.
What did you say? Sorry.
What school do you go to?
I go to a sixth form. It's called Oaks Park High School. Never heard of it, probably.
Sorry. I'm sorry, but
it's okay.
And so, what are you studying at the moment?
I study drama, English literature and media, but I'm in year 13 and we've got no exams and it's been crazy. I don't know what to expect, what's going to happen. So yeah, it's been a bit mad.
We know, and this is why we did this. We did this for you, Christina, because we knew
Thank you so
education
much.
was disruptive right now due to COVID-19. So I'm so excited. I'm so happy that you joined us today because this was set up with you in mind. So we are so delighted to
We are super excited to
with
give you
the
this
Black
book.
Lives book.
Thank you. This is the best thing that's happened.
Oh, so stay tuned because like every Wednesday we're going to be giving out sort of a lot more anthologies and single play texts. So stay tuned. So you'll be able to write out. You will have like many more books, I'm sure, that will be delivered to your address. So
thank you.
And she'll get your postal address and then she'll get it sent out to you. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for listening in.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Chris.
I've learned something.
All right. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, very cool.
I love doing this.
This is amazing.
So amazing. So yeah, Sarue, she's got you, so that's brilliant. So what we'll do is we'll just quickly bring Sarue in for the last. Well, we've got like 5 minutes.
We got 5 minutes.
Or less than 5 minutes.
Yay! Christina, Kirsty. Do you know Kirsty just walks in the light? You know, if there's something to be won, she will win it.
We've got 2 brilliant winners for the Black Lives Black Words anthology. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see. Oh yeah, and when you win, could you take a picture and just let us know, that you have received the books? That'd be really great, and just share it on our social media page. That'd be amazing. So Sarue, you're doing a lottery for the Black Lives Black Words book.
I am, everybody. So I am going to be giving away my copies of the Black Lives Black Words. Bomb. Yes, there's more. So you'll be able to get that if you just post in the group, no, not in the group, just any social media platform, at Beyond the Canon, on Twitter, at Beyond the Canon on Instagram, Beyond the Canon on Facebook. Just post any reason why you would want to have this book, and also why the work matters to you, what inspires you about the work, what motivates you, what's lacking, anything really. Just tell us what you need out of this work, and I will pick the most boss comment and I will send you a copy of this book. I will be announcing who gets it on Friday. So yeah, just get to writing to us, guys. Honestly, we want you to have these books.
Yeah, definitely. We thank you all so much for
Thank you
tuning
all
in.
so much. Really
We
appreciate
have
y'all.
got a different guest. So not my husband, unfortunately.
No, this is too convenient. The next one is going to be on a different screen.
Stay abreast of our social media pages, and we'll let you know who that is, and we'll also let you know what plays we're giving away as well next week, Wednesday. So we look forward to seeing you then. So thanks from us in Chicago, and thanks
from Saru in London. Thank you so much, guys. We really, really do appreciate you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.